Stop! Stop right there! Before you can even install the game, before you can even create a PTC account, before you even have to listen to that idiot Willow, you need to watch this video first, especially if you're trying to become a new Pokemon Go player. Let's go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's the boy Truman for today's day is Thursday, June the 16th. So, before we get into the meat of the video, I just want to remind everybody that the 2022 Seattle Go Fest shirt is out now. As you can clearly see, I am rocking it. Mine came in the mail today. So, yes, you can pick that joint up at my merch store. Link to that will be in the description box below. But here's the caveat. If you are planning on going to Go Fest Seattle and wearing this shirt, if you meet up with me while wearing the shirt, I will hook you up with a pack of cards where there will be a interesting card in the back with my signature on the sleeve, not on the card itself. And if you're not on my friends list already, I will add you on my friends list on the spot. So if you're planning on getting a shirt and going to Go Fest Seattle this July, you need to find me from that Thursday up to that Sunday. And then I will again hook you up with a pack of cards, and I will give you my Pokemon Go friend. I would put you on my friends list. There we go. That's what I want to say. So, with that out the way, let's get on to the meat of this video. So the meat of this video is really for those of you who are brand new to the game or want to start playing the game, but you haven't done anything yet. Hopefully you haven't done anything yet. Not even downloaded the game. Well, okay, I'm gonna go that far, but if you download the game and then that's it, you're at the good spot, you know. So there you go with that. So this video is for the beginners, whether you're beginning right now or maybe in the future. You could be watching this 10 years from now, whatever the case may be. This is the video for you. So here's what you're going to experience when you basically, after you download Pokemon Go on your phone device, whether it's Apple or Android, whatever the case may be, or iOS or Android, whatever the case may be. Obviously, you're going to have to log in with an account in some way, shape, or form. So there's 3 ways you can do this outside of the Niantic Kids account, assuming you're not a kid, that is. You got Google, PTC, and Facebook. Now, PTC, that's the Pokemon Trainer Club. So you can actually use that account to get access to that website. That is a legit website, Pokemon Trainer Club. You can actually look that up. So what I would recommend you do is just log in with your Google and your Facebook, because most people have those. So I'm assuming you have those. And you want to have 2 ways of logging in, because one could go down. So you have the other one as backup. Now, for some odd reason, if you don't have a Facebook, then you might want to create a PTC. So I wouldn't say create a Facebook just for the sake of playing Pokemon Go. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that at all. You can just create a PTC and go with that route. But more than likely, you should have a Google account already and you should have a Facebook account already. So I would say roll with those 2 and that's it. Now, if you're like a kid, why would you want a Niantic Kids account? If you're a parent, that is. Why you want your kid to have that? So basically, your kid's personal information will be secure, because, like, that's weird. To get a kid's personal information, that's weird as heck. And you get to manage your kids, what your kids do with these Niantic games. So obviously the main one that they have, Pokemon Go. They do have other games that your kids might play. So you can obviously check on their progress and what they're doing on their kids' accounts and things of that nature. So remember at the beginning of the video where I said don't listen to that idiot Willow, aka Professor Daddy. Where's the? I put him up. I don't. Actually, I see one, but I don't feel like going all the way over there to get it. Willow, you're lucky. But anywho, this is rare for me to say, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, so I'm going to say it right here. Until you reach level 31, you should read and listen what Professor Willow have to say. What? I'm dead serious. You should do that until you reach level 1. Right when you reach level 1, toss that idiot aside. But prior to level 31, listen to everything he says, read everything he says, comprehend everything that he says, because it's going to be very, very important. What the f? Now that you got your account done and all that stuff, and you're gonna have your encounter with that idiot Willow, now you gotta catch your first Pokemon. So for me, my first Pokemon was the first thing I saw, which was a Bulbasaur. However, what I did not know at the time, and I'm about to tell you guys this right now, is you can actually ignore that first Pokemon. Whether it's the Bulbasaur, whether it's the Squirtle, or the Charmander. So you can walk around, look for a certain starter that you want. Hey, you can even look around for a Pikachu. See, I didn't even know this when I first started the game, but obviously years later I do now. So you can keep looking around till you find that perfect starter Pokemon that you want to catch for your very first Pokemon that you call in Pokemon Go. So it could be Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, or Pikachu. There you go with that. Now, once you catch your first ever Pokemon, now you're gonna have to capture more Pokemon. So this is where we get to catching Pokemon. So obviously with the game, you can obviously launch your Pokeball. Now you can obviously launch it straight, or you got your curveball throws. Now the curveball throws, if you nailed it, will give you more XP. In addition to that, there are different types of Pokeballs. So you got your regular Pokeball, and then as you level up, you're going to encounter the Great Ball, the Ultra Ball, and from raids, and maybe PvP encounters, if I remember says correctly. No, I think it's just raids only. Premier Balls. So I'm not going to get into, the bonuses and stuff like that. Training Tips have a video on that, so the link to that will be in the description box below. And of course, you got your medal bonus, which will help you catch certain types. So you got your medal for your dragons, your water types, your fire types, your bug types, things of that nature. The more of those types that you catch, the higher that medal is, and the higher the medal, the easier it would be for you to capture that certain type of Pokemon. Also, when launching the Pokeball at your Pokemon, obviously you could get a nice throw depending on that circle, and again, this was talked about in Training Tips video as well. So obviously you got your circle, you got your great, the circle that determines whether you get a nice throw, a great throw, or excellent throw. Excellent throw means more XP. Excellent throws in combination with a curveball throw, more XP, and things of that nature. So keep that in mind, and keep in mind that the color of the circle, if it's green, that means it should be an easy catch, assuming wherever Pokeball you use. If it's yellow, then it might be a little hard, but it shouldn't, make you panic or anything like that. If it's in the orange, then it's gonna be tough. But if it's in the red, then it's gonna be really tough. So keep that in mind as well. So once you capture enough Pokemon, now you be able to have the opportunity to evolve your Pokemon. So there's certain Pokemon that will require 12 candies of that specific Pokemon species to evolve it to its next evolution stage. So normally it'd be like from 12 and then 50. There's other Pokemon that would be 25, then 100. Like for example, Squirtle. To evolve it to Wartortle, you need 25 Squirtle candies, and then to evolve it from Wartortle to Blastoise, you need 100 more Squirtle candies. So keep that in mind as well. There's some Pokemon where if you trade them, it will cost you 0 candies to evolve. So for example, the Machoke to Machamp, either you pay 100 or you can trade it to lower that cost to 0. And there's other Pokemon like that as well. Now there's some Pokemon that cost 50 candies to evolve it that one time to that once evolution process, assuming it have like just one evolution process in its family, whatever the case may be. There's some Pokemon that will cost 200 candies, and then there's some that will cost 400. We actually got a new Pokemon in the game right now doing the TCG crossover event that costs 400 candies to evolve it. So keep that in mind. And then there's others like the Magikarp and the Arterias and things of that nature. So keep that in mind as well. I will highly advise you to not evolve anything at this moment in time. I will have an intermediate video, and that will cover, which Pokemon you should evolve and things of that nature, especially if you're trying to get that XP to level up. So keep that in mind. And speaking of leveling up, the next thing we're going to talk about is powering up. So obviously that requires candies and Stardust to level your Pokemon up all the way up to level 40. Now, once you get your Pokemon get to level 40, which you can't do that until you get to level 40 yourself, or you get close to it, that is. But once you reach level, once you reach level 40, now you can use Stardust and that XL candy, which is an XL version of that species candy, to level your Pokemon up to level 50. Now, XL candy will be available for you once you reach level 31. It was until you reach level 40, but they moved it back to level 31. So keep that in mind. Now, once you capture enough Pokemon, you should not be evolving anything. You should not be powering up anything at this point. You're going to reach level 5. Now, this is where more stuff for the game will be opened up to you. For example, you get to mess with the gyms. So this is the point where you can choose which squad you want to roll with, even though they don't really mean much in this game. But you can choose which squad you want to roll with. You can roll with the red squad, which is Valor, the blue squad, which is Mystic, or the yellow squad, which is Instinct. Now me, I'm Valor all day. So that's what I roll with. So each squad have their squad leader. So keep that in mind as well. You can choose a team once you interact with a gym. And once you choose a team, now you can get into the habit of taking over gyms and defending gyms and leaving Pokemon in gyms. And why that's important? So you can get the coins, the Pokecoins, which are the in-game currency for Pokemon Go. So The Pokecoins are important, so once you get a Pokemon in the gym for, I think it's like 8 hours a day, you get 50, but you cannot collect until your Pokemon get knocked out of that gym. So I mean, it's a feature that I do not like at all that needs to be changed. Now another thing you can do once you reach level 5 is you can do raids. So obviously Mewtwo is the top tier 5 raid boss. There's tier 1s, there's tier 3s, and there's tier 5. Right now, for the next 2 weeks, Mewtwo will be a tier 5 raid boss. So this week, it would be Mewtwo knowing Shadow Ball. But then next week, Thursday, it would be Mewtwo knowing the move Side Strike as its charge move, that is. So there you go with that. And of course, there's tier 1 raid bosses and tier 3 raid bosses as well. I will get more into that in my intermediate video. So as a beginner, I'll be honest, even though unless you really want Mewtwo, find a scribe where there's a bunch of people. I would highly suggest you do not power up any Pokemon. You're just there to basically reap the benefits, which is an encounter with Mewtwo. Now, another thing you gotta realize is this: when you encounter Pokemon, their level will be around your level. More than likely, it would be wherever your level is +2. Whereas if you see me encountering Pokemon, it's going to be like that, close to that level 40 level, wherever the case may be. So wherever your level is going to be different encountering that Pokemon in comparison to somebody else who may be at a higher level than you or a lower level than you. So keep that in mind as well. Now at some point you go, like I said, with the Pokeballs, you're going to be able to get items. So how you get items? There's technically 3 raids. Well, actually no, there's 4 raids. Well, no, that's not true either. There's 5 raids for you to get items. One way is to spin a Pokestop. So basically there's these blue things that be all over the place. Some of them will have a right halo on top. If you see a right halo on top, that means you have not encountered that Pokestop before. That would be your first time doing that. And once you do that, you're gonna get XP for encountering that Pokestop for the very first time. After that, you know, I don't think you get XP for that, or if you do, it's not much, anything like that. But you still get your items from that Pokestop. So we talking, and we'll get more into the items in the next video in terms of what all items you can get. Now, another way you can get items is by spinning the photo disc. Where is that? So the gyms. You go into the gym, there's going to be a Pokestop icon, but technically that's a photo disc. You go in there, you spin it, boom, you get items from there as well. Now, obviously when you interact with a gym, you normally going to have no badges there. But the more you interact, you're going to get badges. So you're going to get bronze, silver, and ultimately gold. You know, the higher your medal is or your badge is, the more items you get from that gym. So once you get gold, you're gonna be getting a lot of items from that gym. So keep that in mind as well. Another way you can get items in the game, and we're gonna talk about this in a second, is by interacting with your friends, by opening gifts. We're gonna get more on that in a second, so I'm not gonna get into depth with that. And also you can get eggs in there as well, which is something you don't need to worry about in this video. So we'll get more on that in a later video as well. Another way you can get items in this game is by muckling up doing raids. So again, don't power anything up, anything like that. Just join in with whatever Pokemon you have and just reap the benefits, which is not only encountering that Pokemon, but also get the items and the XP and the starters as well. So raiding is really important, although it does take some money to do it, but it's very important nevertheless, and you can get items from raiding as well. Another way you can get items in the game is by, believe it or not, doing the Go Battle League. So Go Battle League is basically the PvP system in the game. So you can PvP against your friends, but then there's this competitive scenario called Go Battle League, where you battle against random people. You have no control over who you battle, and the more you battle and the more you win, obviously you're going to level up, and you get items from doing that as well. So if you win, you know, a sets of 5, hybrid numbers of 5 you can get items, you get Pokemon encounters as well, and amongst other things. So keep that in mind as well. And the other way is to go into the shop. There's an in-game shop in the game. Again, this is going to cost that Pokemon Go currency that I talked about, and obviously you need real world money to basically, you know, convert over to that Pokemon Go currency, or Pokecoins rather. Now granted, if you want to go the free to play route, that's where the gyms come to play. But if you don't, then you need real world money to basically convert over to Pokecoins. And with Pokecoins, you can buy wherever you want. Although there's certain things I would say, yeah, you can buy that, but stay away from those. So keep that in mind as well. That would be more discussed rather in a maybe an intermediate video or advanced video. So I would highly suggest you do not spend money in the game at this point in time. So now that we know how to get items, one of the ways that I said how you can get items is by opening gifts. How you do that? The friend system. So there's a friend system in the game. So obviously you're gonna have a friend code. Everybody will have a friend code. And actually, all Niantic games will have their own version of friend codes that you can interact with as well. So keep that in mind as well. But this was about Pokemon Go, so we're gonna focus on that. So basically, you can take your friend code, say, hey, here's my friend code. Or if you got a QR code, you stand next to that person, whatever the case may be, you can say, hey, here's my QR code. You can scan it. So you can do that in the game as well. Now, there's also a little something called a referral code. Now, mine will be in the right here at the bottom of this screen right here. So basically, if you are a new player or a player who haven't played the game in over 90 days, you can get somebody's referral code and you'll be on their friends list, and there's certain tasks for you to do where if you complete those tasks, you will get those items. Another way you can get items. And the person who gave you their referral code will get those items as well if you complete those tasks. So if you're a new player, you want to get as many of those referral codes as you can so you can get those items. That would be probably the best way, or one of the best ways rather, and one of the cheapest ways to get items in this game, might I add. So there's that as well. Now with the friend system, you can obviously, once you get friends, you can interact with them. So how you do that? Well, you can do trades. So trades, you have to be, I believe it's 100 kilometers within that person who have the game that you want to trade with. So that's one way to interact with your friends. You can, like I said earlier, send gifts. So when you send gifts to somebody, they will get items and sometimes an egg. You know, there's sometimes where you get a gift and you won't get an egg, which is weird. But it is what it is. So, and also you can attach stickers to those gifts. You know, the stickers are just there to make the gift more fun, whatever the case may be. And you can also, you know, pin those gifts because you may get something from Japan, you may get something from China, you may get something from Florida or Hollywood or whatever the case may be. And it might be a cool looking Pokestop that, you know, that they sent to you as a gift. So you may want to postcard that and save it in your collection. So keep that in mind as well. Another way to interact with your friends, Battle League. So as I mentioned, go Battle League, but I'm talking about a normal PvP match with your friend, whether, you know, they nearby or far away. You can do that, especially if you're a live streamer, you can do that. So there's that. If you battle with your friends, that's the one way interacting. And another way, speaking of battling, is instead of battling each other, you can battle a gym or a raid boss. That's another way to interact with your friends. So if you do that, obviously your friendship level will go up. Now, why is that important? So the reason why that is important is the higher your friends level is, when you raid, you get more items, you get more premier balls, which is more opportunity for you to capture that raid balls wherever it is. And once you reach best friends, then the more times you interact, you have a shot of being lucky friends, where if you do the trade, your Pokemon will be a lucky Pokemon, and it could have really good IVs, whether it's a normal or legendary, a mythical, a shiny, or a combination of, like a shiny legendary or a shiny mythical, you know, things of that nature. So keep that in mind as well. Now, one thing that is not in my notes that I failed to mention is the buddy system. So we got a buddy system Pokemon Go. So you can actually walk around in the game, of course, with your buddy. You can interact with your buddy, and yes, your buddy also have a buddy level. So the higher your buddy level, you can do many things with your buddy. We're gonna get more into that in the intermediate portion of this video as well. So keeping tabs with your buddy is very, very important. And in terms of which Pokemon should be your buddy, we're gonna talk about that in my next video as well. So there you go with that. Hopefully this is a good start for everybody who is new to Pokemon Go, and hopefully you enjoyed your adventure in Pokemon Go. If you want more tips and tricks, keep it locked here. If you want to know what's up with the events, keep it locked here, because I will provide all of that to you in case I haven't done so already. So you can check out some of my previous tips, tricks, and adventures as well. So I'm gonna call it a wrap. And with all that said, y'all know this is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah. You should read and listen what Professor Willow have to say. What? I'm dead serious. You should do that. Subscribe. Thanks, man. Do it. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Lewis the trainer, articulating paint. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they rank 'em with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show 'em that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.